That is an awesome intro, man. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Killing the Business. First episode live, along with my homeboy Pierce Austin and my boy Preston Sanders down there, kicking it on my first live show. Even though we're going to be recording it, we had to bring it live to the fans out there. Dude, my stomach is killing me. I had some eggs. It just fucked me up. Seriously.
That's it, bro. We got Rick Lewis in the house saying he couldn't miss this. We got 28 strong sitting here in the chat that are all willing to sit there and find out what the fuck Killing the Business is. You know what? We've got the ECW original, the Angel Kingpin, the motherfucking Kingpin, Angel Medina. You've got the beard, the bald, the beautiful Piers Austin, and we have our homeboy Preston Sanders, who has joined the MWA team in social media aspect. For editor and also producer backstage role. So guys, I'm fucking pumped for this bitch.
Dude, I am so excited. Even you're growing some height in this motherfucker, you know, but oh man, my stomach, dude, those damn tacos. But I'm just excited because this is going to be the most exciting show. It's about killing the business, man. People killing the business. We're going to talk about any topic that comes out in the social media or even on WWE, AEW, ROH, even on the indies, you know, just don't know what's going to happen on this show. I'm just so excited because I am uncensored. I was never uncensored, you know. But
you were never censored to begin with, bro.
I was never censored.
That's why we put a microphone in front of the Kingpin and we let that bitch fucking speak. But before we keep going on, Preston, how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing pretty good. Pleasure to be here with you guys, and I'm happy to get in here and see what's killing the business.
That's absolutely right. We got some people in the chat. We got Wrestling Review Society saying, acknowledge me, we acknowledge you. Rick Lewis, again, couldn't miss this. And Facebook user, fuck yeah. But guys, you know what? One thing I want to talk about, Angel, about killing the business, and we've seen this recently in some of the headlines. Jim Cornette, man, he's one guy that is always never shy of controversy, bro. You know, he made some controversial remarks not too long ago about, about Penelope in AEW. Miro clapped back and he had some choice words to say about that as well. Threatening even as well. Bro, like Miro was one guy, like you think that after his experience and his time in the business, like being, 10 years in WWE almost, that he would have enough fucking common sense not to be a little fanboy mark and sort of carry on the way that he does. And it's just sort of, you've seen him do it in WWE. When they have the engagement angle with the romance angle with Brock Lesnar, Dolph Ziggler.
Woohoo, homo.
But they did that with the Dolph Ziggler, and then what they do, they announce their fucking engagement. You know what I mean? Killing the storyline. You know, do you see Miro as someone who's killing the business, Angel?
I don't know, man. I haven't really been watching Miro. I think he's an awesome wrestler. I mean, he's just opened up his mouth because he was just held back in the business. WWE just basically censored him, not letting him be who he was. And now he just has that open mic over there in AEW. So he's just letting it loose, man. He's keeping it 100. I don't like the hair color, though. That blonde shit got to go. But
yeah, that sort of like Eminem wannabe sort of like bleach blonde early 2000 fucking hairdo, bro. Like, I think Miro's great in the ring, but I just think that he hasn't really fucking learned anything over the years of how to conduct himself because he just keeps on doing dumb shit, bro. You know,
man, I mean, he has a right to speak his mind, man. I mean, I don't think it's killing the business, man. He's not exposing it. You know, he's just speaking his mind, you know, just like when I think about other people, you know, they don't like what I say, but fuck them sideways if they don't like it.
That's it, bro. But what about, let's moving on from that. But, we're looking at Peacock, taking over the WWE network.
And talking about cock, check this shit out.
Yeah.
My camouflage cock, brother. You know, this is I got a cock on my desk. Long, strong. Get my friction on.
Damn.
But do you think that Peacock is definitely going to be a good platform for the WWE, or is there something better out there?
No, you know what's funny, Bo? I read the article, and I'm not gonna. That is killing the business because the reason why they're censoring it, they're taking away all the from the Attitude Era. They just trimming the fat, taking out the good juicy stuff, and it's just making it into just a watered down version of what the Attitude Era was. That's kind of scary. Would they keep the fans interested and paying that money because they're paying money for that service to get the uncensored version. So why all of a sudden Peacock saying, hey, we're not allowing this on our network? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
I'll cancel my subscriptions. Go ahead.
That makes it to be like there might be a better platform to keep those attitudes in there. I mean, like, look at some of these other smaller indie wrestling teams wrestling companies that are going over to platforms like Twitch or different gaming platforms. Even it's just crazy how many people are trying to get their hand in the ring per se.
But that's the thing as well. Like, you've got independent wrestling TV, which is going strong. You've got Fight TV, which is going strong. Like, people have other options besides the WWE network. Now, me living in Australia, I still have access to the WWE network. I have not had to switch over to Peacock. But, you look at one of the highest points in wrestling, which is probably the mid to late 90s and somewhat of the early 2000s with the Attitude Era, companies like ECW, which really pushed the envelope for that time. As far as violence, as far as sexual innuendo, it was the generation of Jerry Springer. So, if we're looking at killing the business, they're killing the wrestling business past. You know what I mean? Like, how can they have like DX, censoring DX going suck it? And you know what I mean? Like, I think, but that just comes down to, I think that the world has just become a softer fucking place.
Well, the other thing is that, we're not even talking about the Attitude Era. Let's just think about the time when Roddy Piper, did the blackface, half blackface, and, when he wrestled Bad News Brown or Brad News Allen. They're not going to show that because they're going to think that's some type of like racial thing. Fuck it. It's entertainment. It's something. I enjoyed it. At least this doesn't come off. At least that shit came off on him.
But bro, that's the thing. Like, it's as I said, people have become more afraid to say certain things, and I get it, dude. Like, racial comments and things that push the racial boundaries and the sexual boundaries. I get it. Like, we live in 2021. We shouldn't be as closed-minded, but still, like, I think it also comes down to, and I was having a conversation with my buddy Chris Gale last week about this, where it's like, it just depends on how the context is delivered. Chris works for a radio station, and he was saying that one of his colleagues, they were doing a homage to, old school hip hop, and mentioned NWA, and he said that N with attitude, and he said the word, and then this guy got reprimanded by the station manager going, you can't say that. And he goes, well, that's the name of the group.
Well, I mean, look, did you say fromage? Ain't that fucking a French for cheese?
Homage.
Homage. Holdovers. No, but seriously.
Luciano Boogaloo in the house. What's up, homie? We got Mike Butt. Love the Piper versus Bad News Allen match. I hate that Peacock is censoring a lot of stuff.
Mike Butt.
Thankfully, he's in Canada, so he isn't changing. But do you think that, if this deal is going to be a long-term deal with WWE and Peacock, or do you think WWE will go, fuck this?
Unless Peacock has been slipping them the money, no pun intended, slipping the cock, get it? Slipping it. But the thing is that unless they paid them some astronomical dollar amount that WWE is like, fuck it, we're just, staying aboard. I just don't see why they're doing. I don't see why they're doing that. I just don't see the logic in why they went that route. There's so many other options in this world, especially with social media, especially with the internet. They could have went just anywhere, and I still don't understand why they decided to go to that route. Was it a Triple H, a suggestion? Was it a Shane McMahon suggestion? I don't know, but I just don't understand why they went that route. Now, don't get me wrong. If they had like maybe two versions of WWE networks, one's for kids, one for adults, yeah. But then you could do that on your fucking on the parental control on the WWE network and just censor whatever the kids could watch.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it was most likely a financial thing. I think it was a financial play by WWE because that's the way that they kind of do things now. They look at, and that's the thing. Like, WWE network, how many employees did they have that were running the WWE network? Do those employees lose their jobs? Did the Peacock now manage the whole, obviously they're managing the content, but at what extent now? Like, are we going to start seeing less shows of the WWE network on there because they're too risque for Peacock?
Risque. I don't know. I mean, I'm be honest, man. I think that's just gonna kill the wrestling business. I mean, going to that network, and again, I don't know what the reason is. Like I said, it could be all about money, but it just to me, it doesn't make any sense. You know, I mean, what do you think, Preston?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's a money game too. I think that what they've done is they've looked at what they're making on their side and going into like pay-per-view events and stuff like that. Again, they can look at a bigger ticket price with a subscription in addition to that. And I think that there's some kind of kickback that's going in there that Peacock said, "Hey, we're going to throw this much money at you," and it just made sense to them. It was easier for them to take that money, be privatized onto Peacock, and then maybe even the loss of some employees that they have in their staff right now, and that's less money out their pocket too. And I think it's just a terrible way to do business, honestly.
Concur.
Man,
Interesting.
I think that they was on such a big thing with the WWE network, and for it now to go into another platform, like WWE didn't need to do it. I mean, like WWE is one of those companies, right? So you've got like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, WWE, like they're worldwide brands. Even if you were not a wrestling fan, you know what WWE is. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why WWE would go down that road. The only reason I'm thinking is last year with COVID, they took a massive financial hit. You see many staff getting fucking, many wrestlers getting released, many of their backstage staff getting released or put on furlough.
And they're not the only company that's done that either. I mean, even in other industries, I mean, if you look at Blizzard Entertainment from the gaming industry, they did the same thing with their esports teams. They decided, we don't really have an esports arena thing anymore. And they cut, I don't even remember, I think it was several thousands of employees. So I think that WWE has seen the same impact that the virus has had on other industries doing the same similar things. And they just had to do what was smart for them. And unfortunately, that means go into a censored platform like Peacock.
And you look at like WWE, how long have they had like no live shows? Since almost like a full year, right? So a full year, they haven't had any live crowds besides like obviously a minimal live crowd. And like you think how much of that gate revenue, like say 20,000 people turn up for Raw, right? How many of those people, like those tickets, front row tickets, what, $500 a pop, even to the cheaper seats up to 30. So that it's from $500 to $600 down to $30 for tickets. How much money is WWE losing?
I don't know. I always get free tickets. I never knew the price. Ooh, Pierce. No, but you're right. I mean, what? Just as you're talking, what's going in my head is that I'm thinking of all the library of WWE. I'm talking about regardless of the Attitude Era, regardless of certain WrestleManias. I'm talking like Bobby Heenan saying colorful jokes. They have the Fabulous Freebirds calling people boy and all this stuff. I mean, how much they're gonna just trim a lot of those shows and just keep it. I don't know. I think it's gonna be less things they could put on, especially if they're just censoring everything or just little clips here and there. Stop looking at your phone, Pierce, or stop looking at your dick and seeing if it's man. He's looking now, baby.
I didn't send you that magnifying glass yet. I know you can't see it.
I need a fish line, Pierce. Anyway,
remind me to clip this later.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, seriously, I don't know. I don't think I don't know. It's not the best move, for my opinion. But Vince is a billionaire. He knows what he's doing. He thinks it makes sense. He might have went to his analytic department and it made it sense. I mean, I just think it just should be, he knows what he's doing, I guess. But I don't see it.
I think that if you look at, and I see that Mike in chat said that they were, why not Netflix or Amazon? I think that they would have wanted money to be on those networks, whereas Peacock is trying to grow a brand. Netflix and Amazon, they already have a brand made, so their deal wouldn't have been as sweet there. Would it have been bigger? Probably. Like they probably would have had more audience and stuff there. But it definitely wouldn't have had such good financial means for them. And yeah, another good point though is merchandise sales at live events. That is a huge deal.
Yeah, that might take a hit. I mean, Mike Butts did say they might take a losing in the merch sales. And I believe it, man, since there's no live events, they're just relying on the internet to sell their products. And regardless if they're selling a lot, it still doesn't compare to what they could have sold at WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, or the main pay-per-views.
Yeah, no, I think we could probably go on this topic for a while, guys. Angel, another one that you and I covered on Wrestling with Tragedy not too long ago was Thea Trinidad, aka Zelina Vega. So there's news that come out that she's not allowed to work for AEW. So we know that she was released from her contract at WWE, and she had a 90-day non-compete, which means that she'll still be maybe coming to AEW. In fact, she's not allowed to join AEW. Tony Khan said that he was very interested in speaking with her, but it appears that talks will have to wait. It's been reported that she signed a deal that she's not letting know who she signed a deal with. I believe it's most likely going to be Impact Wrestling, since she's got ties there, and used to work there. But Tia Trinidad, not going to AEW, WWE releasing her, a few months back. Again,
but didn't it pass her 90-day non-compete clause?
It must. Well, she signed a new contract with someone, but it's not saying who.
No. But I'm saying, like, when she finally got released due to the fact of her only fan page situation, and she left, and damn, that was like a while back ago. So why is she still?
She signed a new deal with someone, but they're not saying who.
Yeah, but is she still under that non-compete clause?
Yeah. No. Well, she's in. She can't sign with AEW. She's under contract to someone else.
So she could. Okay, so they're just saying in her contract states that she can't sign with AEW, but she could sign with somebody else.
She already has signed with somebody else, is what I'm saying.
No, I got you.
It's not that she. Okay, so we don't know who it is because she has a 90-day non-compete. She's still under it, so she can't announce if she's going somewhere. That's
no. So her 90 days is done. She's signed a contract to go somewhere else, but she hasn't released it.
Oh, okay.
She hasn't released the info on which company it is. I'm saying it's most likely Impact, but my point with her is: do you think a company is going to want her there, even though that she was the one backstage waving that banner, trying to organize a union? Yeah.
But the thing is this, man. I mean, even why would she want to go to Impact? I'm not knocking Impact, but if AEW is interested in her, they got deeper pockets. Tony Khan got deeper pockets, so I mean. I would have definitely gone when the grass is greener, pat my bank account, I mean, I don't think I'm not saying Impact is no place to go. I just think it just makes more sense going to AEW.
Well, and that's the question that I think Pierce is posing is the fact that she was talking about unionizing. Is that something that keeps her out of AEW going forward? And is that why she signed with somebody else?
I'm not too sure, man, but the whole union thing in pro wrestling, I think Stevie Richards actually made the comment, that AEW had the chance to change wrestling, like go in there and start, a union straight from scratch, and say, like, yeah, we encourage it, and that would have and Stevie even said that would have forced WWE's hand to fucking get on board with a union.
And you know what pisses me off, even though, I mean, they just work an angle in regards to, like, they make you sign a contract, you're an independent contractor, but then they're telling you where to go, what to do, who to work for, how to eat, how to speak, who to fuck, all this bullshit. And, but then they still want to control your life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, it's been going on for so many years. And again, I'm not knocking WWE, I'm just saying that doesn't make any sense to hold somebody back to make money and put money in their pockets to feed their family. Why hold them back? Because you're butthurt because you're not using them and somebody else can benefit from them?
It's exactly what it is, bro. It's it's backstage political bullshit is what it is. It's power plays that these senior management in WWE play on talent. And, you're starting to see it, and you're starting to see the guys that are coming out that are being released that are making these statements, and you're seeing Big Show, no BS, and you know what I mean. Like, it's just getting to like, you know what I mean. Like, it's getting to a point where, like, it's You know what I mean? AEW said we're not in competition with WWE. We're not fucking, we're something different. We're the alternative and all this shit. And what have they done? They've taken digs at WWE every fucking step of the way, from Cody hitting the fucking chair with the fucking sledgehammer to, Miro to fucking, like, dude, like, come on, man. Either they need to get control of their talent or they need to fucking reevaluate things.
But, the funny thing is when I saw the Big Show, Paul White, no BS. I just thought, I was just like, what the fuck, man? I mean, the guy, I never thought he was a talented wrestler anyway. I mean, I met him one time in Puerto Rico. It is, big motherfucker, but I just don't see the benefit that they can get. I mean, they're paying out of the ass to get him. I mean, I know they're paying some good money for that. How are they going to, use them to get their money's worth?
Commentary, bro. Like
that motherfucker can't speak.
Nice guy, but not the biggest entertainer, I'd say. He's not like a bad person. He's just not like he's no like Stone Cold. And like speaking about that, I mean, we just had 316 Day. What do you guys feel about that? Like, what do you guys feel about what that's become?
That's been awesome, man. I love 316 Day.
Yeah, I think it's a great moment in the month of March where you get to celebrate some of that Attitude Era again. And they had a bunch of clips, I don't know if you guys saw or not, where they're talking and a bunch of the current wrestlers are redoing those speeches.
I did. Good. Yeah, I did. I seen that. That was pretty entertaining. But I'm a mark for when they use gimmicks like that for like 316 Day, May the Fourth be with you, all that good shit. I mean, I just get very well entertained. Do you guys celebrate that stuff in Australia? May the Fourth be with you, or 316 Day? I know it's Happy Kangaroo Holiday and Shrimp on the Barbie Wednesday, but
hell yeah, we do, bro. I like to drink my beer, Angel. I get But we don't waste beer in Australia. We don't get beers and go like, no, we drink them like men, bro. Like,
absolutely. Foster's.
We drink
Australia for beer, mate.
Fuck you and your fucking Foster's, you fucking gimp.
The best beer on the planet,
bro. It's like sex in a canoe, bro, close to water. Fuck hell. Dude, one thing that's been really fucking getting to me, like not getting to me, but like this whole Bad Bunny fucking situation.
Dude, he sucks. Dude, I thought you sucked. This dude sucks worse than you.
Dude, I don't even understand what, like, his song Booker T, would Booker T stand there like that, and like this guy's going like just rapping in Puerto Rican or whatever.
Dude, he's Puerto Rican?
I think so. I think so, bro. But they put the fucking belt on him, and that 24/7 title is killing the business in itself, bro. Like, celebrities coming into pro wrestling, great, man, but putting him in the ring, it just exposes it, bro. Like, you saw fucking Snoop Dogg doing a fucking
I was just thinking about
flash off the front, like, bro, like.
He looked like a fucking baby pterodactyl falling out of the nest. Just like, I just falling in that motherfucker. I said, Snoop Dogg.
I wonder how many rips it took him to get up there and do that off of. Anyway,
he was scared, and he was scared. Gronkowski, the Gronk was scared to jump off the top. Jump off the top. Remember, Vince had to jump first. Is fucking say, nah, man, it's cool. You could do it. If I could do it, you could do it. All these great athletes, rappers and stuff. Billy Badass. But when it comes to wrestling, they're like, he looked like a baby deer, just legs all shaking.
If we're gonna take a rapper and put him on in wrestling, let's get Eminem out there. I bet that guy would mess somebody up.
Straight shoot, bro. He'd come out and just start fucking pistol whipping bitches, bro. But
dude. But there's some celebrities that I seen do some stuff in the ring. I forgot one guy. He was from the show Entourage. He also was the gay guy in I think it was Rush Hour 2. He did this dive off the top rope, man, with no fear. Diving, beautiful. The guy who played Arrow, that motherfucker was jumping around that ring like it was no tomorrow. Yeah, man, those guys. There's some athletic guys out there that just have no fear and just fly with it, man. But there was some guys I was like, Jesus Christ,
Pat McAfee, fucking perfect example, bro. He turned up on a takeover and he had the fucking match of the night, bro. Yeah. He wrestled better than half of those fucking guys in NXT did, bro, on that night, man. And as I said, Matt, like, bro, if I was in NXT and I had an outsider come in and perform as well as he did, I would be fucking embarrassed, bro. I would be like, fuck, I need to step my fucking game up.
Like in the bedroom?
You always have to go there, don't you, Kingpin, huh? You fucking dirty motherfucker.
So we were talking about Impact earlier. I'll bring us back in. We were talking about Impact earlier. What do you guys think of Jordan Grace coming over to WWE potentially?
You know what? Personally, I'm not a fan of Jordan Grace, and it's the thing is she puts out these photos of herself like showing off her body, and she's an amazing athlete. Don't get me wrong, but she puts these photos out, and as soon as someone goes, "Oh, you're fucking sexy, you're fucking hot," she then starts fucking blocking and blasting in people, bro. Like, you know, if you're gonna put out the thirst traps, accept what's gonna come back at you. You know what I mean? Like, if you're putting yourself out there like that, you got to accept that shit, bro.
I mean, she's a nice girl. I met her on the road with, back in the days when she was on the Indies. She's good people, man. I mean, I don't know her personally, mentally, what kind of person she is, but she, you know, I don't know what goes through her mind, but, you know, if she goes to WWE, I hope they use her. You know, like I said, she was real sweet. She was a real nice girl when I saw her. You know, I wish her the best of luck. You know, hopefully.
Look. She's got a unique look. I think
that bitch is strong.
She's a great worker. Don't get me wrong. What I said, she's got a unique look. She's like thick as fuck, muscular wise, and you know she can go in the ring.
No, man, she's an awesome. I mean, she works out, she hits it hard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I watch a couple matches here and there. I mean, they're good, but you know, she's looking for better, greener pastures. You know, so good luck to her, man. I mean, she's strong. You know, hopefully they use her. You know, if they don't, at least she got that WWE under her belt as well, and then she can go, you know, do other things on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think AEW's women division needs her more. I think AEW's women division, like besides the match we saw with Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa with that lights out match, which was a death match essentially. I thought that was a brilliant match. These two women put their bodies on the line, and they had such an amazing match. However, the rest of the roster for the women's division in AEW is subpar. They need someone like a Tessa Blanchard. They need someone like a fucking Jordan Grace that they can bring on. Fuck off, Angel. I'm making a point. They need to be able to bring someone on like that can, you know, they can build that division around. Give it some legitimacy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've never been a fan of women wrestling. I mean, I'm more of a fan of Japanese women wrestling because they be kicking each other's ass, and I just think it's awesome. Some of the girls that I've been watching in WWE can't fucking tie my shoelaces, or tie my boots, really. But again, I mean, there's some like Charlotte Flair, awesome wrestler, you know, awesome, all the respect. Bailey, awesome wrestler, all my respect. You know, Sasha Banks, great wrestler. But there's some motherfuckers that just be like, what the fuck? Like the Bella Twins, garbage. But they're trying to put them in the WWE Hall of Fame. You're on mute, Pierce. They're trying to put them.
You know how the Bella Twins got their spot, right?
It's just, I don't know. I just, you know.
Bro, it's true though, man. It's one of those things, man. But you know, moving on from that into something else, and this is something, Angel, I've touched on a few times in conversations that we've had both on air and off air.
Yeah.
And that is like, you know, talent fucking using social media and doing whatever the fuck they want. You know, you look at someone like Alexa Bliss, she's in a fucking massive storyline with, you know, Randy Orton, The Fiend, and everything like that. And then she's posting fucking photos on her Twitter and fucking Instagram, like going, I just got engaged. Like, bro, you know what I mean? Like the company are investing big fucking money, you know, in stars. And it's like, even, you know, I think that it's not just Alexa Bliss, but it's many other stars that use social media. Like, yeah, we can have all this. We've got 2 million followers. Yes, but they're all wrestling fans, and you were just blowing fucking angles. Keep fucking kayfabe for certain. Like, dude, kayfabe is dead. I get it. But for certain angles, certain storylines, some of these guys need to have the fucking common sense to just turn around and go, okay, you know what? This is a bad idea. And there should be repercussions from that from WWE. But there isn't. And these dumb motherfuckers keep doing it. And that, to me, is killing the fucking business.
Yeah, and I think that comes down. Go ahead, Angel. Actually,
No, I was just going to agree with him. I mean, stuff like that. But go ahead. You were saying.
yeah, no, I think that what needs to happen there is they need to have like separate profiles for what they do personally and what they do on stage, and I think that would make for a better overall fan experience. Because I mean, there are so many other places where that happens. I mean, take for instance movies. If you take an actor and you put them in a spot, they're not always that actor, but when they go onto social media, they're themselves. And then sometimes they actually have, like with the Marvel people, they have an Iron Man page where Iron Man, which is, you readily understand him as being, Robert Downey Jr. It's not always him that's responding, but it always responds in the voice that you would think of Iron Man.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, bro, but in the world of pro wrestling where like they're trying to portray this as like, you know what I mean? Pro wrestling is supposed to allow the fans to escape reality, right? And some of the stuff can be pretty far-fetched, but what they're doing is in a lot of cases, they're doing these storylines. Okay, you're making her to be this fucking psychotic little crazy bitch, and then she's going on, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
to me,
it breaks your immersion for sure.
100%. And I think that the way that stars at that level use social media, like it's got to be reined in a little bit, in my opinion.
I can see that.
Yeah, I just think that it's they've let it go on for too long. I don't think it's going to change though.
Yeah, but you know what bugs me, and it's been bothering me for the past couple of days. WWE releasing Andreas. Andreas, regardless, but no, I mean, I think he was a hell of a wrestler, and they just like let him go, because they wasn't using him. I mean, there's a lot of guys in there that I'm like, why are you not using these talented guys like Ricochet, and fucking, I don't know, man, Big A. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It just kills me that I see these guys that are definitely the hell of a talent, and they don't use them. But then when they go somewhere else and they be used and they get pushed to the moon, also WWE wants them, just like they did with EC3. Didn't use the motherfucker. As soon as he goes to Impact, builds a name, gets a fan following. Oh, why don't you come to WWE? And then still didn't fucking use him. I think
they
EC3
fucking
is a hell of a
buried
talent.
him, bro. They buried him.
They killed it.
Don't you guys think that's a strategy? If somebody goes somewhere, they get popular, you invite them back, and then you just bury them because you don't want them to be promoting somebody else.
But why not bring him back and fucking promote him and make fucking money off him, bro? Like, that's the thing. Why invest in someone just to fucking, like, I get the politics of it, but, like, to me, it just doesn't, it's fucking retarded. The fact that, like, why bring someone back? Why put him under contract for 2 years, 3 years just to fucking bury him? They brought him back because there was a reason for it.
Yeah.
And they just dropped the ball on it.
Yeah. Or they intentionally were destroying that so that they could. I mean, and that's something that could also be very much so killing the business. I mean, anytime that you have a company bring something in just to destroy it, I mean, Amazon does it all the time. They do that. They do that on purpose. They bought diapers.com and they destroyed that company by, making it their own. And now you can order subscriptions of diapers for your child, but, that company is now gone.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think that over time we're going to see, a lot of people wanting to stay away from WWE. And what it comes down to with a lot of these young guys, their whole lives, they wanted to be under contract for WWE. That's their dream. So they go there and go, hey, man, you want to be in part of WWE? Hey, Angel, just sign this contract real quick. Don't even worry about reading it. Just sign it. Just sign this contract.
I read everything.
I know, but a lot of these kids probably don't. And the small print in it, bro.
Are you saying that when you started, though, Angel, did you read everything back then? Did you know what you were getting into?
Yeah, I read everything because I remember one time I didn't read something, bro. I bought this condom that had this desensitizing cream on it. I caught a fucking infection because I didn't know it had that shit on it. I had to go to the doctor, and the doctor told me, man, I thought I had the clap. Seriously. Because it was burning, but it was fucking because they had some type of thing on my condom that fucked me up. Pierce, what I'm talking about.
No, I don't think he does. They don't fit him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck off, Preston.
Awesome.
But
Awesome.
you know what? Andrade leaving WWE to get back on point in that, you're seeing more and more guys wanting to be released and to go over to AEW, and that's the thing. You know, to go back onto to segue into AEW. They said from the beginning, we're not going to bring in every ex-WWE, every ex-WCW star. What the fuck have they been doing? Let's look at it. Sting, Christian Cage, Big Show, Jake the Snake. Obviously, Jake the Snake's the man. John Moxley. Fucking, you know what I mean? They've brought in all of these ex-WWE, ex-WCW names. They're doing the same shit that CW did. They're doing the same shit that TNA did. Like, dude, they're repeating the same mistakes. You know what I mean? They could have done something completely different. Like, you think of like all those, you know, young guys that they're signed on best friend contracts and buddy contracts. In a year from now, man, 2 years from now, those guys are going to be fucking gone. You're going to see more guys established WWE names. Once the contracts run up or they get released, they're going to be going over to WWE.
Yeah, but Mike Butch did say that he was under negotiation, Andreas, whatever he calls himself, that he was under negotiation with another company. He was saying, he just tweeted it, you know. But I don't get it. You know, I mean, that's why, I mean, you read what you signed in your contract. I mean, there's so much fucking shenanigans and so much bullshit on that fucking contract, but it doesn't matter what you signed because look what Vince did. Once motherfuckers were on Twitch making money on the side, Vince said, hey, we're just ripping up this contract and fucking and making you sign a new contract. Like they tore it up and you know who win but the spelling bee. I think King Jerome. But that's what I'm saying. It's just Vince just has it in control, man. He has a floor full of lawyers. They're the ones that fucking they're the ones that do everything, you know, for him. So everybody just gets the wool pulled over their eyes, man. And you know, so it doesn't matter what you sign, if you know.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
I agree. No, I was just sorry. Yeah. I was just going to say I completely agree with where you're coming from, Angel, and it's these companies are going to be the more competition. I think the contracts are going to be bigger. Like for many years,
like my dick,
huh? Well, look, bro, you look at when WCW and ECW went out of business in the early 2000s.
Why you have to put salt on the wound?
I'm sorry, bro, but WWE was the only fucking game in town. You know what I mean? If you wanted to make a living there, you know what I mean? Like to get the contracts probably weren't as big as what they were years prior.
Vince,
and now that AEW, Impact, ROH, like there's other companies where guys can go and make money.
Vince is the type of dude. If during the time when ECW folded and WCW folded, it was the only company out there at the time. Vince was just like the character in Team America. What would you do for your country? Holding that contract, you know, and he's unzip his fly. Swallow it all if you want this fucking contract. You know, accept take what I give you. And that's what it is, man. I mean, I'm not knocking the guys, but they needed a home to work. You know, they needed to feed a family, you know, and you know, I mean, Vince had him over a barrel. I mean, look at guys that he was like, you're fired. Like, got revenge on Jeff Jarrett at the time, got revenge on certain motherfuckers, you know. He just fired them because he knew he had them by the balls at that time.
I mean, and he's still playing games with people. Like, if you just look at something that just came out today, there's a rumor going around that they're going to be changing WrestleMania's main event, like, all of a sudden. I mean, it was set to be, like, Roman Reigns and versus Edge for the Universal title. But they're planning a Daniel Bryan match that may take its place as the main event for that. And I mean, that just seems super underhanded to go and just all of a sudden this is what it is, and then so close to such an event, go and change it.
Yeah, but at the bottom of a wrestling poster, what does it say, Pierce?
At the bottom of wrestling, card subject to change.
Thank you, bro. Just it took him 2 minutes for that, but yeah, card subject to change. So I mean, there people are aware about that. That you know, that's always a disclaimer in every wrestling event. You know, I haven't ever seen it happen. Memories of that boy page.
Well, they've got, you know, it's just where it is now. I think that there's more competition. There's more place for the boys and girls in the world of wrestling to go and work. There's more opportunities. But in the same sense, like that, what they're doing is the quality of product as well. Like, I watched an NXT match 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about this, Angel, and it was the women's tag team match where Dakota Kai and her tag team partner, the name of it just escapes me for 1 second, but versus Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. There was a spot in that match where Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart, two amazing workers, mind you, were on the other side of the ring. They needed to be on the opposite side of the ring for a certain spot. You see them go, fuck, we're in the wrong spot. They walk across the ring for Dakota Kai to jump down on top of them. Like, to me, bro, like, fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, understand what's going on. Shit, we're here. Okay, no worries. And the other worker to go, all right, shit, that spot's done. Something else. Move on to the next,
Definitely.
Raquel Gonzalez, thank you for that.
But I mean, like, I don't know, dude. It's just a trip. But I mean, so seriously, what do you think?
That's what's killing the business, Angel. I'm telling you now, NXT, they get these guys in, they train them up, cookie cutter style. They go into WWE. These guys get burnt out. Oh, fuck this. And there's 100 fucking marks in NXT ready to come up and take their spot. Back in your day, Angel, and years prior, guys would go and do their basic training, learn how to bump, understand the actual aspects of the business, maybe get smartened up just before their first match of how the business works, and they learn how to work. So by the time they got to a major company like WWE or WWF back in the day, they were already stars. They were already established wrestlers because they had their character on point. They had their style. They had their ring work on point to perform at these level. And now WWE, like, a lot of time they take indie guys, which is great, but they fucking change them. They almost brainwash them into the WWE style.
Yeah, but I mean, back in the days, when I remember, man, it was like, yeah, you had to be on the road. You busted your ass on the indies. You made your tapes. Get an opportunity to work for $250 for WWE for a dark match, and then when you get on there, you do all that, and then there's an opportunity to say, hey, keep coming back, and then they start using you. Now, like you said, you have to go to the performance center. It doesn't matter what you do now because you start paying your dues once you get to the performance center. It doesn't matter how many years you've been on the road or how many years you've been working on the indies, because it doesn't mean shit.
100%. And that's the thing. We've seen established guys, like you look at Keith Lee, hell of a fucking worker.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Keith Lee.
Oh,
Keith Lee. Sorry. You see Keith Lee coming in, and he had a decent run in NXT. Then they bring him up to the main roster, and then they just fucking bury him. You know what I mean? Like, Vince don't like your titties. Put a singlet on. Changing everything where it is. Like, he was already an established star. Like, he'd been on the indies for 10 plus years, had worked, had a following, had everything like that. And instead of just letting this guy be himself, go out and be him. Nah, bro, we're gonna make you WWE style. We don't like you and I get it. Wrestling's a cosmetic business, but fuck, man,
he didn't want those pepperoni nipples just flowing on the fucking network, man. Big old brown pepperonis.
But that's the thing, bro. Keith Lee, like, isn't the first big guy not to wear a shirt in WWE. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
Dude, you know who had the nastiest titties? Viscera. That looked like a bag of raw liver, plastic bag full of. Every time that motherfucker looked, there's like those nasty titties. Even though he's dead, I'm sorry, but he had those big old titties that looked like a bag of liver.
You'd still lick and suck on them though, Angel.
Oh, they was all shiny and just soft, man. Looked like fucking milk duds dipped in oil.
Jesus fucking Christ! This show just took a fucking dive right now, bro. But
you fucking asked.
What about Yokozuna? Like, he was a big guy too. I don't know if his were
but he was
that big, but he was.
Yokozuna, Rikishi, there was heaps of big guys, and they just let them go
bottom
out
heavy. They were bottom heavy. they had a very different type of upper body. And like I said, Yokozuna was a hell of a worker. He moved quick. He flowed.
He was a great athlete. That's for sure.
Yeah.
For his biggest.
What, you're saying Keith Lee isn't a great athlete? Like Keith Lee
No,
can
no,
move,
by
bro.
no
Like
means.
it's cruiserweight.
No, I just think Keith Lee is still green in the business. He's still he can't get to the status of Yokozuna and Rikishi Fatu, yet. I mean, I see he's hell of a talent, but I don't think he moves like them,
Yeah. Memories of Abigail and Leatherface. I think I know exactly where that is, bro. It's some fat rats from back in the day.
And it's funny, if he was real one of my boys, you fucking put his name up there, but the motherfucker's hiding behind that Facebook user. So, I'll find out who you are, motherfucker, and I'll get with you, but he's probably one of my boys. I'm just, but I love, it's probably Nana, bro, because any picture he puts up, all you see is fucking eyes and teeth. So,
Jesus, Angel. There's nothing unstoppable here, guys. But this is, killing the business with Angel with the Kingpin, Angel Medina. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook.
Wait a minute. You telling me people are gonna come because I say what I say? They're gonna say I'm racist. Fuck them. I'm not racist. I treat everybody equally worthless, like DeVito said. Let me tell you a DeVito story. My favorite story. We're driving one time on the road, and he goes,
"Oh no, I know this one."
And he can't say it, but I can. And he's like, we're sitting there, and he's like, yeah, man, these fucking moon crickets, man. I'm just tired of these fucking moon crickets. And I'm sitting there like, the fuck is a moon cricket? And without breaking a beat, he turned to me, you nigga, black people that come out at night. I said, this motherfucker got jokes. But I love him. That's what I love about DeVito, man. No filter. We had fun on the road. That doesn't have a racist bone in his body. He just treats everybody equal, like shit. Love the motherfucker. But don't tell him I told him.
Tony's great, man. Tony's great.
He won't see the show because he doesn't have cable. He doesn't have internet.
No internet.
No internet.
But Angel, moving back into where you are to where the world of wrestling is today. How much of it has it changed, bro? Like we're seeing so much, and to go back to the social media thing, and I don't want to beat a dead horse on this, bro, but the other day I was scrolling through TikTok. Yes, I have TikTok. Okay, just relax. I love it. It's great. It's
I seen your video with the pasties on. But anyway, go ahead. You were saying.
I saw a video. It had Ricochet. It had and a couple of other NXT guys in it doing these fucking goofy fucking dances, bro. Like, could you imagine seeing Harley Race and fucking Arn Anderson back in the day doing these fucking gimpy fucking Uzi dances and all that shit and drop it like it's fucking hot? Like,
but you know what? Just like everybody said, they're just trying to build up the likes. They're just trying to build up a following. They're trying to get every fan out there to, even if it's breaking character, because there's nerdy people out there, which is nothing wrong with nerdy people, but they can relate that, oh, he's being funny, he's being nerdy, I like him, he's letting his hair down, click that like button. That's all it is, I mean, I understand. They're just trying to build up with their popularity. Would I do it? No, but I swear to God, if I was on TikTok, drop my pants and do the helicopter.
To impress a chick, do a helicopter dick.
Yeah, man. Yeah. How many coins can you...
That's an immediate ban for you on there.
we got a pop in the background at Preston's house. I think he's going to have to go and impress Mrs. Sanders with the helicopter dick after the show, fellas.
There we go.
Look at that smile, bro. He's sitting there going, he knows the secret.
He knows. It rubs the lotion on his skin or it gets the hose. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, killing the business. I mean, this is going to be one of the hottest shows out there. I'm happy everybody's just coming on to support the channel. It is just, I mean, like I said, this is my podcast. We got Wrestling with Tragedy. Now I got this. Pierce Austin got Shooting the Shit. He has Wrestling with Tragedy, and he has this. He's going to be on here, to help out. And, we're just going to have different people on the show, but see what happens,
exactly, man. We're going to be digging deep in the world of wrestling on this one. We're going to be exposing
Two
a lot
fingers,
of shit. Do you know this girl? We're going to be sitting there going through a lot, guys, and there's a lot to sort of cover, especially in the world of wrestling and especially in, a line of today's. And I think, but before we wrap things up, and I want to sort of go back and just ask, what was the, not long ago we saw The Undertaker on the Joe Rogan podcast where he made a statement that this generation's performer is soft compared to previous generations' performer. Now, Angel, that confirm if this is correct or not. This is a well-known documented story that if you're a pro wrestler and you go into a bar back in the day, you get into a fight, you better win that fucking fight. If it gets back to the office, you got your ass kicked in a fucking bar by an outsider of the business, you're pretty much done in that territory.
Man, I mean, I don't know how it was back in the Undertaker day, but in my day, the funny thing is, even when you got into a bar fight, the boys got involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I got into a fight, I mean, there was times Balls Mahoney got into a fight, boys jumped in. When New Jack got into a fight, boys jumped in. You know, we protect our own. You know, when Francine got touched at the pay-per-view in California by the XPW, bro, the locker room can't let loose, bro. I thought it was like they were giving out government cheese and all the brothers were coming out to grab that motherfucker because they just cleared that fucking locker room just to beat motherfuckers up. You know.
And where were you, Angel, when this
I was
happened?
talking to Conan and fucking DeVito was like, "Hey man, where the fuck were you?" I was just been here talking to Conan. Man, fucking a fight broke out. I said, "Damn it, I missed it." You know, I would have beat the brakes off of XPW if I knew that shit was popping off, man.
Bro, you can't even beat your fucking meat, let alone another person.
Dude, I have to use two hands, overhand loops to beat my shit, bro. I get tired.
But, you know, going back into that, like with what Taker said, and then all of these fucking WWE stars and these fucking next generation stars come out and they're like, "Oh, no, we're not soft, we're the barber." And what they do, bro, they prove to the fucking everybody in the world that, yes, you are, because exactly if you weren't, you would have fucking handled yourself like a fucking man or like a fucking woman or an adult and go and fucking up to that person and have a one-on-one with them. Hey, man, why did you say that shit? What, you know what I mean? Like, you have that conversation about it. You don't go on social media and you start bitching, because that's a bitch move through and through, bro. You know what I mean? You're going to go after a legend and start bitching. You're just proving that exactly what he said. You're a soft little fucking child that needs to grow the fuck up and accept what is. And it's a different generation. I get that.
The problem is this. Back in the days, pro wrestlers were mysterious. There was a certain mystique about us and a mystery about us that people were just trying to figure us out. You know, when fans kept that distance, there was a certain distance barrier that they were like, "Man, I'm close to him, but I'm not. What's he all about?" And I understand social media is great. It's definitely beneficial to promote your brand. But the thing is that pro wrestlers were badasses back then, man. There was fights breaking out. Nobody fucked with us. The guys are just being, you know, this cancel culture of like these fucking oversensitive guys and girls like, "Oh, you know, he called me this and he said this about me." And, you know, it doesn't make any fucking sense. You know, you're in the business. You're part of the boys. It's a private fraternity. You know, there's certain rules that you have to follow to maintain the nucleus of the business, you know, to keep it pure, to keep it original. Motherfuckers keep changing it. I know change with the times, but still, you know, it's almost like the Skull and Crossbones Society, you know, when the presidents and big dignitaries were involved in that nobody knows, like the Bushes and I don't know who else what the fuck was in there. But it's a secret society and people always want to know, let a mystery of like, who are these people, man? What makes them tick? Who's involved? You know what I'm saying? Now everybody knows that Cesaro likes strawberries and fucking this guy wears pink underwear and he likes massages with fucking plum juice. I mean, fuck, dude. Keep a little mystery in your life, you know?
Exactly, man. Exactly. You know, and you know, I think there's no repercussions for guys anymore, you know, especially in that level of WWE. There's no fear of getting heat anymore. You know, like I think that comes down to a generational thing as well. That, you know, that guys just, there is no heat. Oh no, it's okay. You know, unless they do something really fucked up. But even then, like, does heat even exist anymore backstage, Angel?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I could tell you a story about Loke and somebody's wife at some other promotion, but that's another episode on
Sure. Maybe that'll be the start of the next one.
So better come on, Loke, and stop me from telling that story, bitch. You know, and I wasn't even there. DeVito told me this story.
It's going to be useful in the next adventure.
Oh yeah, you want that teabag T-shirt? Yeah, I paid you tasted that once. The teabag. I don't fuck with them, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just awesome, dude. I'm just happy to let loose, and just cut shit right now, just makes my dick hard, bro. I could fucking cut diamonds with the motherfucker because this show is getting me excited.
So, Angel, like we wanted to come on and do an introductory episode. Oh, bro, you will fit in so well in Australia, you foul mouth fuck. But
hey,
Angel,
mate.
What can the viewers expect from Killing the Business moving forward, bro? Like, let's really dive into this. What are we really going to be covering in the future and really nailing down for the fans?
Dude, this is going to be 100% honesty. There's no fluff. There's no bullshit. We just keep it 100 in this motherfucker. I love heat. It keeps me warm. Makes my teeth white. I love bringing that motherfucker down here. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to keep it real. We're just going to keep it. It's our opinion. We're going to speak our mind. We're not trying to offend somebody. If we do, fuck them. That's just how I feel.
Or come on the show and tell us.
Yeah, come on the show. I'd be happy for you to come on the show, but I'll open the panel to you. Sit right next to me. Well, not next to me, right here on the screen, and we'll chop it up, and tell me your point. I don't give a fuck. You're more than welcome for a low price. No, just kidding. We're taking donations.
And everyone, you guys can find us on the MWA Podcast Network, Multi-Continental Wrestling Alliance on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram at MWA World, on Facebook, Multi-Continental Wrestling Alliance. This is where the Angel's show, Killing the Business, is going to be exclusively aired. We're going to have a Twitch channel set up very shortly. And we got some big shit coming, bro. We got some big shit coming.
It's just a lot of things happen. We're gonna have a Patreon. Like I said, with the support of all you fans, helps us keep our production alive. We're gonna get that going. Pierce got to eat, man. Look at that motherfucker, bro. Guy's suffering.
Bro, I got another kid on the way, bro.
He can only survive on Parmesan rat tails and fried iguana spit for so long,
Hey, man, I'm going to send you some of that kangaroo jerky, bro.
Send it to me. I'll eat that shit. I'll read it on the show,
You couldn't handle that shit.
There's no fear.
All right, Angel, you ready to wrap this up, bro?
Like a condom, my brother.
Take us home, bro. Bring it home.
Hey, man, just want to thank everybody for showing up live here on Killing the Business with my boy Pierce Austin, Preston Sanders down below. We're just so happy that you're just giving us that support, and you guys got to check us out every week. Are we going to be live, or we just be recording this motherfucker? Let's keep it 100.
Let's keep it live, bro. Let's go fucking live on this bitch, huh?
That means that we can't even fucking clip this motherfucker and just edit this bitch. I'm interested. So, yo, bro. Definitely check us out next week. We're going to be here Friday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Write it down, Pierce. You fucked it up last time.
I did. I'm getting used to the fucking the time change over in the States because of daylight savings.
Do you like my shirt?
Fragile flakes. I love it.
Awesome. Awesome. It's grunt style, baby. I'm not supporting them, but I like these shirts. Grunt style. That's who we need to fucking have a sponsor. I'm going to reach out to them.
Let's do it, bro.
Let's do it. Do it.
Catch you later, guys.
Bye.
Peace.